Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing about homeopathic medicines for the treatment of hormonal imbalance. So in this video, I will be discussing about the homeopathic medicines which has been successfully used for the treatment of hormonal imbalance in case of male and females. So if you are suffering from hormonal imbalance, then this video is definitely for you. So watch this video till end for more knowledge. So everything you should know about hormonal imbalance. So first of all, it's very important for all of us to understand what exactly is the meaning of hormonal imbalance. What is hormonal imbalance? So let's talk about it in an elaborated manner. So as we all know that hormones are the chemicals, substances which are produced by the glands that are secreted directly into the bloodstream. Through the bloodstream, the hormones are carried to various organs of the body to regulate numerous bodily functions. The major hormones are thyroid hormone, which is produced by thyroid gland, estrogen and progesterone. These are the female hormones which are produced by the ovaries, and testosterone, which is a male hormone and it is produced by testis. Now we'll talk about hormonal imbalance in females, then in males. First, and after that, and later on, we'll talk about the hormonal imbalance in males. So, hormonal imbalance in women can lead to various conditions and syndromes. The main syndrome resulting from the hormonal imbalance in women are PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, or you can say polycystic ovarian disease, premen- premenstrual syndromes, and menopausal syndromes. PCOS mainly leads to irregular periods, acne, hair growth on face, and infertility. Premenstrual syndrome refers to a set of symptoms that are experienced by a woman a few days prior to the onset of the periods. The major symptoms of the syndrome are mood swings, irritability, depression, headaches, change in the bowel movement, abdominal bloating, breast tenderness, and acne. Menopause is a permanent cessation of the period in the women, and the set of the symptoms that appears during menopause are collectively referred to as menopausal syndrome. Symptoms of menopausal syndrome include hot flashes, depression, mood swings, anxiety, irritability, sleeplessness, osteoporosis means weak bones, weight gain, obesity, okay, hair loss, low sexual drive, vaginal dryness, excessive vaginal bleeding, that is flooding, and okay, so these are some symptoms which you can observe in hormonal imbalance in case of females. Now we'll talk about hormonal imbalance in males. So hormonal imbalance, mainly the testosterone in males, result in major complaints of erectile dysfunction, infertility, low sexual drive, breast development, that is gynecomastia, depression, loss of muscle strength, decreased bone density, falling of the hair, and lower energy level. Okay, so this was all about the hormonal imbalance in case of females and males. Now we'll talk about what are the signs and symptoms of hormonal imbalances. Let's talk about it. So your hormones plays an integral role in your overall health, as I have already said. As a result, there is a broad range of signs and symptoms that could signal a hormonal imbalance. Your signs or symptom will depend upon which hormone or gland are not working properly. So common hormonal condition affecting people of all gender could cause any of the following signs and symptoms. First and the foremost sign of hormonal imbalance is weight gain. The next, hump of fat between the shoulders, unexplained and sometimes sudden weight loss, fatigue, muscle weakness, muscle aches, tenderness and stiffness, pain, stiffiness, and swelling in your joints, increase or decrease heart rate, sweating, increased sensitivity to cold and heat, constipation, more frequent bowel movements, frequent urination, increased thirst, increased hunger, decreased sexual drive, depression, nervousness, anxiety, irritability, blurred vision, infertility, thinning of the hairs and brittle hair, dry skin, puffy face, rounded face, purple or the pink stretch marks. So these are some signs and symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Okay, so this was all about the clinical features of hormonal imbalance. Let's talk about the treatment. So now we'll talk about the homeopathic treatment for hormonal imbalance in case of males and females. So first of all, I would like to explain what are the advantages of homeopathic treatment. So homeopathy is a wonderful healing science that has the proven ability to treat numerous health conditions. Homeopathic medicines for hormonal imbalance are highly reliable. They are procured from natural substances, thus ruling out the risk of adverse side effects. Homeopathic system follows a very gentle approach while dealing with cases of hormonal imbalance. Homeopathic medicines moderate the hormonal level in the blood by working on the root cause of the illness. They optimize the hormonal levels that are either on higher or lower side in the most mild, effective and harmless manner. Now let's talk about the homeopathic medicines which has been successfully used for the treatment of hormonal imbalance. The first two medicine we have is pulsatilla and sepia. So these two are the top grade homeopathic medicines for hormonal imbalance leading to PCOS in women's. Firstly, we'll talk about pulsatilla, then we'll talk about sepia. So, pulsatilla is a top grade homeopathic medicine for PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, resulting from hormonal imbalance. It is indicated when periods are irregular, suppressed, or very scanty. The periods are always also very painful in such cases where pulsatilla will heal the condition as one of the best homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance. Acne from menstrual irregularities may also appear. Now we'll talk about the second medicine, that is sepia. So sepia is one of the most effective homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance leading to PCOS with irregular periods, and along with the menstrual troubles, complaints of the facial hairs and infertility from PCOS also point towards sepia as a reliable treatment option. Okay, so this was all about the two homeopathic medicine for PCOS due to hormonal imbalance. They are pulsatilla and sepia. Now our third medicine for hormonal imbalance is lachesis. Lachesis is the best homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance around menopause. Now let's talk about it. So homeopathic medicine lachesis is indicated where marked hot flashes appear from hormonal imbalance during menopause. A woman in the need of lachesis cannot wear tight clothing around the neck or the waist. Mental depression with aversion to meeting people, loss of interest in the routine work are other signs to look out for the prescription of lachesis as best among homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance during menopause. The women may also complain of headaches in such cases. Now, fourth medicine we have for hormonal imbalance is fourth and fifth. We have ignitia and conium mac. First, we'll talk about ignitia, then we'll talk about conium mac. Okay. Okay, so homeopathic medicine ignitia is prescribed, but the main complaints is mood swings, emotional imbalance, depression, sadness, and weeping before menses. And if we talk about the conium mac, so conium mac is recommended as the most remarkable among homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance, where the breast pain, swelling, and tenderness are the main issues arising before periods. Now, our next homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance are Agnus castus, Caladium, and Lycopodium. Now, our next homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance are Agnus castus, Caladium, and Lycopodium. So, these three homeopathic medicines are the best homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance in men, resulting in erectile dysfunctions. So, let's talk about it. So on the huge list of homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance in male with the erectile dysfunction, Agnus castus, Caladium, and Lycopodium rate among the best homeopathic medicines which has been used for the hormonal imbalance in men. So first we'll talk about Agnus, then Caladium, then Lycopodium. So first we have is Agnus castus. So Agnus castus is the most effective among homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance in men with complete impotency. The erections are totally absent with relaxed, flaccid genitals. Aversion to coitus may also be noted in such cases. Second medicine we have is caladium. Caladium is selected when erections are absent but sexual desire is present. Depression and sadness with erectile dysfunction also point to use of caladium as the ideal homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance. And third medicine we have is lycopodium. So, lycopodium is prescribed when the erections are weak with premature ejaculations. Okay. Now, next homeopathic medicine we have is Nuper luteum. This is a top homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance in men, resulting in low sexual drive. Low sexual drive. Let's talk about it. So, Nuper luteum is one of the most useful homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance in men, where the sexual desire is completely lost. Completely lost. This is usually accompanied by involuntary emissions during stool and urination. Okay. Now, next two medicine we have is acid phos and selenium. So these two homeopathic medicines for the hormonal imbalance leads to hair loss in men. Let's talk about them. So first we have is acid phos. So acid phos is very effective among homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance where it leads to hair loss from the scalp, whiskers, and genitals in men. Weakness and fatigue are also predominantly present in such cases. Next medicine we have is selenium. So homeopathic medicine selenium shows the most remarkable result in hair fall from whiskers, moustache, and genitals when accompanied by erectile dysfunctioning. The erections are weak and feeble. Involuntary seminal discharges during stool, urine, or sleep are also well marked. The next medicine we have is Calcarea carb. Calcarea carb is one of the wonderful homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance from poorly functional thyroid gland, that is hypothyroidism. So let's talk about it. Calcarea carb is prescribed when weight gain and sensitivity to cold air is well marked. In women who complains of heavy and the prolonged period from thyroid hormone imbalance, the condition may be managed well with the Calcarea carb. Constipation is another complaint in hypothyroid persons who need prescription of Calcarea carb as an effective option among homeopathic medicine for the hormone imbalance. Okay. The next medicine we have for the hormonal imbalance is iodine. So, iodine is a top rated homeopathic medicine for the hormonal imbalance from hyperactive thyroid gland, that is hyperthyroidism. So let's talk about it. So, iodine is selected in cases of major weight loss in spite of eating well. Along with losing flesh, the person complained of heated sensation in the body, restlessness, nervousness, and anxiety. Accelerate, pulse rate, and weakness are other problems to look out for before selecting iodine as ideal prescription among homeopathic medicine for hormonal imbalance. Palpitation from light exertions also point towards the use of iodine. The next medicine we have is Netramure. So Netramure is recommended in person of depressed, nervous, and irritable nature suffering from thyroid hormone imbalance. Weight loss initiation, markedly in the neck, is a major concern. Weakness, increased heart rate, and palpitation from emotional imbalance or exertions are yet another symptoms that appear along with weight loss. Natrum muraticum is equally effective in regulating the menstrual cycle disturbed by thyroid hormone imbalance in women's. Okay, so this was all about the homeopathic medicines which has been successfully used for the treatment of hormonal imbalance in case of males and females. So that's all for today. See you guys in our next video. Till then, stay connected with us for more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below, and yes, press the bell icon for more updates. And if you are suffering from hormonal imbalance, then you can contact us for online consultation. On the screen, you can see how you can contact us for online appointment.